Hello everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft video where today we're going to be looking at Minecraft's latest snapshot, which is called 23W42A, where they have added a single new item, much like what they did with the Nether update snapshots, where they have added in the crafter. It's not called the crafter, it's just called crafter. Here we go, the crafter. I really just went to type in the crafter. So here we go, we got the crafter. Got the crafting recipe right here. It'll take 5 iron ingots, a crafting table, a dropper, and 2 pieces of redstone. Let me just grab it. I already had the crafting recipe laid out right there. But you put 2 redstone at the bottom, a dropper, 5 iron, and a crafting table. Kind of like a blast furnace recipe where you got the iron and the helmet formation. But instead you got a crafting table, a dropper, and 2 redstone dust instead of a furnace and 3 smooth stone slabs. And that gives you the crafter. So many of you may be wondering what exactly the crafter is. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Something where you can take items, throw them into the crafter, much like a crafting table, and craft something with a redstone signal. So if we grab, let's say, a button here, and let's grab some iron. Actually, let's just grab it from this chest here. Let's grab this iron, take it in here, throw all the iron in there, so you get blocks of iron. So you can't grab the iron out of here, but if you take this button here, throw it on the front, give them a little nose, and if you hit it, boom, it spits out an iron block. Now, you may be wondering why exactly this has a use in the game of Minecraft. Well, it's really good when it comes to condensing blocks. I mean, look, you could have yourself an iron farm linked up to one of these. Boom, iron blocks coming out. Now you can store even more iron. Another perfect example, if I fly over here to the sugarcane farm I've made, you can see you got the sugarcane here. I got a chest here, automatically turning the sugarcane into paper. Got a little setup back here with the hoppers, the crafter. Now if I take the sugarcane here, build it up a little bit, come up, there so it gets shredded, goes into there, goes into the crafter. You can see this little device here I made. So an interesting thing about the crafter, if you use a redstone comparator, it will give out a certain amount of signal strength, being 9 I believe, if you have all the slots filled. Now, if you do this, the signal strength gets weaker. So what the signal strength depends on is how filled the slots are that you don't have selected. So with the crafter, you can specify which slots you want filled to put in certain things. Like for sugarcane here, if I put this third one in, it'll be crafted into the paper, spit out. But if you have these 3 slots filled, it'll spit out that full redstone signal that you need. So when it spits out, it goes around, comes up, and the redstone signal hits right into the crafter, which then spits out the paper, spits out of there into this hopper here, and then into the chest. To make stuff easier, you can also set up crafters to automatically deposit into chests. Let me set it up this way. Yep, so then if I take some sugarcane again, this is just to make things simplified. Let me click these in, get a button. You can also set up crafters to just automatically, you see as it's in the chest, boom, it'll automatically spit into the chest, which will help when it comes to resource management. But on the downside, if you take a crafter and a hopper, the hopper will work much like a regular hopper, it will just automatically funnel the items out of the crafter. I'm sure there's other ways to prevent this with like switches. I'm not that good with redstone, so I'm not going to be wasting my time doing so. To test out the amount of redstone signal we get from this, let me just take all this iron out of here really quick. Grab a comparator. So grab this comparator. Let's grab some redstone. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. So as you can see, if we put a single item in there, it's got a signal, just barely though. It's only 1. 2, the signal grows. Put in a couple more, the signal keeps going. Fill it all completely, and you have a 9 strength signal. But here's the interesting part. So I can take all these pieces out, put that back, and it's just a 3 strength signal. Now if I block up all of these, well there you go. Now it's a 9 strength signal. That'll be very useful when it comes to crafting certain things. Like if you want your iron to turn into iron nuggets for some reason, boom, and you'll have that signal. If you want, for example, take a stick, 2 pieces of iron, you want it to be swords, then boom, have the signal reroute itself and it can come to here. Or if you just want swords to be made, you can just, boom, sword. Another thing you can do, say you want to have just swords made from this. Say every time you want a new iron sword, you know, It's the beginning of your Minecraft world. You got an iron farm going. You haven't found a lot of diamonds yet, so you don't want to waste too many diamonds on your swords. You can grab this, throw in 2 pieces of iron and a stick. Now if we grab 2 hoppers, grab the chest. Now what you can do, you take the hopper, put the chest right there, and make sure that's okay. I didn't make that right. Hopper with the chest there, hopper with the chest here. So what you can do to have a sort of blueprint in the crafter is already have your items here. Here's your iron sword. But you don't want to craft it or else it'll be gone. So then you will have to constantly refill this chest. Obviously you don't want to do it like that. You want to have all your iron in there. Get all your sticks. You might never do this, but this is the simplest way to do it. I mean, you can just go grab your stuff and just grab it out anyway. But then boom, there you go. Now you can just continuously make iron swords every time you need a new one. Look at that. Moving on, let's take a look at what exactly the crafter will be useful for. Yeah, you can make swords and pickaxes and whatever else out of it, but the real good part about the crafter is how it's going to make your storage efficient. Like I showed before, you have the sugarcane farm, automatically turn it into paper, boom. You don't have to have as much storage for your sugarcane. You already have all the paper there, it'll store more sugarcane in general. Now, a perfect example is a gold farm. So for example, you will get a lot of gold nuggets from your gold farm. Now let's just picture that we have our whole sorting system here. Let's get ourselves a hopper. So imagine we have our gold farm, we have our crafter here, we got this here. Let's grab a chest, our imaginary pigment farm above us. Boom, you get like all the sorts of stuff in there. You have it auto sort out, but now all of a sudden you have all of these gold nuggets. So now you can take all these gold nuggets, throw them in here. They'll slowly get funneled out into the auto sorter or auto crafter right here. Then what you'll do is you'll take another one, throw another hopper in there because how it works, it'll automatically deposit the items. And then in here, you'll make gold in the gold blocks, or gold ingots in the gold blocks. So here will turn into gold ingots, it'll spit into here, which will then spit into here, and turn them into gold blocks. So let's get some redstone here, redstone comparator, grab the redstone. So a signal strength of 9, so boom. So we can grab it like this, take the signal, reroute it downward. You can have it set up like this. Obviously, I'm not some redstone genius. I'm sure someone can make a more efficient way of this. Now, if we take all this gold out really quick, then when it fully fills up, boom, it'll spit it out. Obviously, you'll want to set this up before routing your gold into it to make it a continuous loop, and spit it into that hopper, which then spits it into here. So let's turn this off really quick, just so we don't, fill that up with gold. And you'll do the same thing. We'll route it on the other side so it doesn't interfere. Grab our comparator. Grab a chest for it to spit out into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, that'll interfere right there, so we'll have that go there. Glowstone there. Redstone repeater here. Let's see if this still works. Yep, that still goes through. Click all those out of there just so it can do that. So like I said before, you won't want it all filled. You got the redstone looped around. Now we have a gold block. So to slowly fill this up, so you can see the gold nuggets in there. Boom. Throws the signal around. Auto crafts. Throws the ingots in here. After that, the ingots will come from here as it slowly fills up. It's at 7 right now. 8. You can see the signal slowly building. Now once the last one's in, boom, last one spits into there. Now we got 2 gold blocks. You can see how redstone engineers are going to have a blast with this thing. I mean, look at this. You can, it's simple like this. It's kind of ugly. I'm sure someone will come up with a way to make this 10 times better than I did. I'm just spitballing at this point at what I can make possible. But I'm sure someone will come up with a way more efficient, way easier way to do this. I mean, shoot, Mumbo Jumbo already made a video on stuff like this. And my god, he did an amazing job making, what was it? He made like a automatic dispenser maker or dropper maker, something like that. But yeah. People are going to have a blast with this. Alright, let's look at the design of the crafter itself, the texture it has. Has this little thing here to indicate when the flap comes up. I really like this design on top. It could actually make, I know a lot of people, or I know maybe one person who likes using crafting tables or barrels on their floor. But this is honestly a really cool kind of like grate design or grid design for your floors. You can see how the redstone links up in the corners. Throw another one right. You have to figure it out in a specific way. So I'm thinking do two like this, and do two. I gotta expand the platform. Take two like that. Yeah. So you can have a pattern like this going across your flooring. Yeah, look at that. Super cool design for the block, honestly. Kudos to whoever designed the texture for that. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Please make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And let me know down in the comments what exactly you'd be using the crafter for. I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.